Here are my Week 3 predictions for the NFL. Thursday Night Football. Giants versus 49ers. I got San Francisco winning that one. That legendary defense will give Daniel Jones a hard time. And Brock Purdy is going to ball out in this game. Colts taking on the Ravens. I got full confidence in my team. I'm going to take the Ravens winning this one. Especially with last week's game getting all that confidence back. The offense played so much better. The offensive line definitely stepped up for Tyler Linderbaum and Ronnie Stanley. As far as the defense goes, they really stepped up for Marlon Humphrey and Marcus Williams. That secondary was able to hold down Jamar Chase and T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd for most of that game. And Lamar played a solid game. That game was so much better than week 1 against the Texans. And he got his mojo back. But yes, I have full confidence in my team. And we're ready to go 1-0 next week against the Colts. Bills taking on the Commanders. I got Buffalo winning that one. Josh Allen had a much better game last week against the Raiders. As for the Commanders, yes, they're 2-0, but they're treated as underdogs as they should be, going against a tough team. So until then, they're going to try to put up a fight, but they have a very, very tough challenge ahead of them. But I got the Bills winning this one. Dolphins hosting the Broncos. I got Miami winning that one. Russell Wilson has been playing inconsistent in the first 2 weeks of the season. Tua's going to ball in that game. And Sean Payton, I don't know what to say about you. You may go 0-3. What a horrible way to start. Patriots taking on the Jets. I got the Patriots winning this one. Even though the record shows New England's still really good against the Jets since the Tom Brady era. Falcons taking on the Lions. Should be an interesting matchup. But I got Detroit winning that one. Even though they're 1-1, they coming off an overtime loss against the Seahawks. Jared Goff's going to bounce back, along with that defense led by Aiden Hutchinson. Yes, the Falcons, they're 2-0. But until then, they still have a ferocious defense to face. So I got the Lions winning that one. Next up, Texans taking on the Jaguars. I got the Jaguars winning this one. CJ Stroud's still learning. He's still going to grow. He's going to continue to develop. But that matchup against the Jaguars is going to be too much. Trevor Lawrence will be able to perform well in that one. Chargers taking on the Vikings. Both teams are disappointing through 2 weeks. They're both 0-2. But having to get the edge to one. If I had to give the edge to one team, I'll go with the Chargers. Herbert, this is your last chance to really show that you can finally get back to the win column. And you really need to prove that you're one of the best quarterbacks in this generation right here that still has the capability of winning games right here. Your offense, they've been playing great at times, but they're just not being able to put up enough points on the board. And your defense is kind of looking suspicious at this point. You got to seriously put it into second gears right here. As for the Vikings, I know they picked up Cam Akers, but that's just for the run game to improve because they're average in the run game. Kirk Cousins, disappointing through 2 weeks. But I got the Chargers winning that one, giving the edge to them moving forward. Packers hosting the Saints in Lambeau Field. Fortunately, I'm going to have to go with the Saints. Jordan Love, I know he had a tough loss against the Falcons, but he's got to go against Cam Jordan and Marcus Davenport. I think that matchup's going to be too much for him. As far as Derek Carr goes, offensively inconsistent, but I think they're going to do enough to win that ball game. It may be a close game either way, but who knows? The Packers are going to put up a fight, but I think Derek Carr is going to do enough to get his team the victory. Panthers taking on the Seahawks in Lumen Field. I got the Seahawks winning that one. Geno Smith played a much better game against the Detroit Lions than what he did week 1 against the Rams. As far as defense goes, they got to be a little bit more aggressive in the pass rush. The safeties have to stop giving up big plays. They gave up 31 points last week against the Lions. So that's what they got to work on, not giving up big plays. As far as the Carolina Panthers goes, yes, Bryce Young is still learning, but I think the Seahawks offense will do enough to win this ball game. Cowboys against the Cardinals. I'm not going to waste any time picking this game. I'm picking the Cowboys. Cardinals have just been an embarrassment for 2 games. They blew a lead, huge lead last week against the Giants. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, their defense is one of the best in the league, and Dak Prescott's going to continue to make some amazing plays moving forward. Bears taking on the Chiefs. Justin Fields just made a statement in his press conference that he's not been playing great lately. He's not been himself lately. And unfortunately for him, makes matters worse, he's going to go against Chris Jones. And that defense, which is going to give him a very hard time with his banged-up O-line. And Patrick Mahomes will be Patrick Mahomes no matter what happens, no matter how bad the situation is, no matter who gets injured, it's still going to be him. Primetime games. Steelers taking on the Raiders. If I had to give the edge to one team in this matchup, I'll go ahead and take the Las Vegas Raiders. Last week it was TJ Watt's moment. This week it's going to be Max Crosby's moment. Even though I do not trust Jimmy Garoppolo, his offense is going to do enough to win the ball game, and the defense will give Kenny Pickett a very hard time. Now on to the Monday night games. Eagles taking on the Bucs in Tampa Bay. Should be a great game. Both teams are 2-0. But I have to give the edge to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think Jalen Hurts will just put up enough points to edge Baker Mayfield, who's been playing great lately. And that defense will just able to hold down the Bucs offense to at least 24 or 27 points in that game. If I had to give a score prediction, I'll go Eagles 31, Buccaneers 27. It should be a great game, but who knows? It's going to come down to the wire. Last but not least, you got the Rams taking on the Bengals in Cincinnati. Things are not going great for the Bengals. Not only they're 0-2 right now overall, but they're 0-2 in the division. They lost to Cleveland and they lost to Baltimore. Joe Burrow, once again, re-injuring that calf, but doesn't look like a season-ending injury, hopefully. And if he plays against the Rams in Week 3, how concerning is this for you, Cincinnati? If you play him out there against Aaron Donald in that defense, are you really concerned about how he's going to really hurt that calf? And to make the situation worse, defensively, I know, you've given up too much. 31 points against the Cleveland Browns Week 1. You give up 27 points to my Ravens lately. Secondary, giving up too much big plays. Pass rush, not being aggressive. That just shows the Bengals' struggles right there. I'm taking the Rams to win this one. Matthew Stafford's going to have to rebound after a tough loss to San Francisco. Defensively, Aaron Donald's going to they're going to have him feast on Joe Burrow like what he did in Super Bowl 56 in LA. So, these are my Week 1 picks. With that being said, that is all I got. Let's get it.